What's going on, everybody? Tevin McGee here from the Clever Angle Podcast. One of my goals in 2024 is to start a website. So I've done that. And on the website, I've been doing blog posts. So I've got a blog post up about my time that I went to space camp. So if you guys would go ahead and check that out, that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and tell this story here because I want to get better at telling stories. So I'm in fifth grade. We still got recess. You can still get demerits. You still getting candy on Fridays. Life is great. No bills. It was just an awesome time in life, honestly, that now that I'm looking back as an adult, I really took that time for granted. I took that time for granted that, there was a time where everything was just pretty much learning and fun. So I remember my fifth grade teacher, Miss McCall, coming into the class, and she starts addressing the class about how if you want to, you can pay to go to space camp. It wasn't required, but it was something that was going to be fun. And next summer, you could go to space camp. I just remember it being more money than I knew my parents were going to go for. So whether it was like $2,000 or $3,000, I kind of stopped listening after she said the price. I was like, if y'all know Sheila McGee, she's not going for it. She ain't paying no $3,000 for me to go to space camp. You better watch it on TV. But at the end of this speech, this conversation that she was having with the class, she said that we would be able to enter a contest in which three kids were going to be able to get chosen to get half of their space camp paid for. She also went into detail that it used to be free for these students that won the essay contest, but then like they would get down there on this free tab, and guess who was acting up? The kids that went for free. So now it's 50% off, which I'm like, okay, cool. There's a glimmer of hope. They were making it sound cool. I'm gonna get to, go up in these simulators and simulate zero gravity. I'm gonna be in a habitat with all these different people from all these different schools because it wasn't just us that was gonna be able to go to space camp. But I still had a problem. Not only did I have to write the winning essay, I had to convince my parents to still pay half of this already super expensive, especially back in the 2000s, amount to go to space camp. But what was I worried for? I needed to write the essay before I even worried about if my parents would say yes or not. So I did what any other fifth grade did. I just went to recess and I forgot about it. Well, the deadline for the essays started to creep closer and closer and closer till it was one day left until the essays were due. So I decided to go ahead and just break the news to my parents. I'm like, hey, mom, I hadn't even written this essay yet, but I'm gonna need almost $2,000 even if I do win the contest. But I'll let you know I'm entering the contest. And before I just go in here and spend 2 hours writing this essay, will you allow me to go if I win the contest? So she agrees, and I head to my bedroom. I pull out the number two pencil. I pull out that spiral notebook. Back when they used to have the colors. Mine was green like the color of my shirt. So I'm feeling like money. I'm about to write this winning essay, and I just lock in. I just lock in for an hour, hour and a half. And this was before social media and all this stuff. So it was probably a lot easier for me to kind of focus on writing a paper at this point. So solid hour. I went in there, and I'm not really much of a writer, but guess what? This is something I want, so I'm gonna give it a shot. So I finished my essay. I put that thing in my backpack, and I go to dinner. My parents in here cooking fried chicken and all of these great things that I took for granted when I was a kid, and I can still taste it. I can still taste the resentment on my face as I still wanted to go to Wendy's. The next day at school, I turned my paper in. Turn my paper in, and that's it. She says, thank you for turning your paper in. We'll know the results in about 2 weeks. So once again, I forget about it. I forget about it, and I'm like, it's in the universe's hands now. Like, there's nothing else I could do. So about 8:37 a.m., 2 weeks later, the intercom comes on, and they're announcing the three winners of the essay contest. The first name comes on, and it's somebody I've never even heard of. I'm not even sure if this person went to our school, but I knew it wasn't me. The second name comes across, and I had already lost all hope, and I'm already thinking about if I'm going to get doubles at lunch or not. Then they call my name, and I knew right then that the life lesson that I would take on for the rest of my life, and I still live by today, is procrastination wins. Procrastination wins. Wait till the last minute. You will come up with that fire idea that if you would have been spending 2 months on it, you would have just been spending way more time. But in all seriousness, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I really like telling that story because I really haven't really written a paper since. So I just wanted to end on top, and I'm trying to get back into writing with my blog. So like and subscribe wherever you find your podcast, and I appreciate you guys listening to me. Until next time, peace.